Now, you may think that rock bottom is as low as you can go, but in these 2 episodes, we'll discover that David Talk has brought a shovel and is prepared to start digging. David Talk versus the Underground. I wonder if this Underground will have an Ernie in it. I'm hoping to find out.
All time. Mark my words. Mark my words.
Marking them. Nothing's changing about them, but I'm marking them. I like to imagine it's the painter.
3 days.
At least they gave me a new pair of clothes.
Stuck in this dimension.
And stuck in this back alley.
Victory in a duel with no money. 3 days without food or sleep.
He's on the verge of, well, no, food, because you can go a week without food. Water, however, it's about 3 days and you're done.
Be the end of the legacy.
Which he's been drinking puddles.
Talk. And at last, the great David Talk swings his last breath.
My, do you always talk like this?
Yes, actually.
It was so easy
It's
to find.
endearing! Who are you?
You saw nothing. Who are you?
My name isn't important right now. The only important one here is you.
Finally, you acknowledge my importance.
Go on.
I
can see
you
you're
have
all
my
down
attention.
in the dumps, Mr. Talk. Lack of money, of course. But what if I told you there was a way that you could extend your dueling career? A way that you could use it to get paid way more money than you could ever get in any ordinary tournament.
This can't be real. I'm dreaming. Tell me.
You mean you'll actually pay me to duel?
Correction. Pay you to duel and win.
Yeah,
Believe
win
me,
specifically.
Where I'm from, you can lose all you want, and it doesn't matter. You can just keep coming back as many times as you want. And you'll always have an opportunity to get money. Of course, you only get it if you win.
That's
At
the
least
catch.
There's no cost to losing.
Well, the cost is you don't get paid, technically. That's a cost.
What's the catch?
From a certain point of view.
Oh, well, if you'd rather stay around here, of course, and scrounge around for scraps with no money whatsoever, then fine. Don't mind me, I'll just...
Wait, no! I changed my mind! That's how they get you. They get you when you're down at your lowest point, and then be like, I'll help you back up to where you were before.
Where is this place you speak of?
That's always how they get you.
Come with me.
And you'll see a world of true imagination.
Low quality filth. What
You don't have much
kind of-
choices. Many choices,
What
but
kind of arena is this?
you're in the
Nowhere
London
will
Underground.
people- If you want to get paid, of course.
It shows some
Welcome,
level of respect to people who
Mr.
might be paying you.
To the underground.
Look out for any Blakes in the area.
Ooh. Cage matches. Very well then. What is the catch?
No catch. Just duel
And win.
Oh, and of course there's the little fact that if you get registered, they'll ask for your dual pad and download something onto it, but don't worry about that. Other than that, there are completely no other catches.
Yeah. Ain't it fishy yet? Even David's like, this isn't right, but I don't have many choices either.
Low-life loser that I'm supposed to crush.
Whoa, slow down there, Mr. Talk. If you're
There's
welcome to the
initiation
underground,
first.
You don't just choose your opponent. Your opponent chooses you.
Naturally.
Or I do. Well, we all do. And in my case, since you're a new fella, I would like you to duel my co-star here. He's right over there. That is the Bloodhound. We all
One of the
have
best
our
characters of the Behind the Duel
You'll get one
series.
too, depending on how well you participate.
If not the best.
Bull
Aside from David, of course, but we're talking
I'll
Behind the
make
Duels
him a puppy
exclusives.
dog when I'm done with him. So when do I duel him?
That's what they all
As
say.
soon as possible. Johnny, come over here. You see Taki here? Have him signed up, and I'll come and get you in a bit. I gotta talk to my co-star. Aye, sir. Mr. Talk, come with me. Very well, then. And I will get the chance to squatter him. Yeah, of course. Although, knowing your reputation, I can't promise that people won't pick on you for it, but hey,
This is
don't
the
fool
underground,
yourself.
after all. Take no prisoners.
That's, of course, assuming that you do.
What you gonna do?
Leo, attack his monster and end this duel.
You're shipwrecked.
Game.
That doesn't count. Obviously. Although, to be fair, if we count every single, attack per game, Unleashed's win counter would far exceed the tie counter. Like, that's the whole reason I don't do the whole
What
it
can I
counts,
say?
otherwise it's
I
great
don't really
inflation.
Want to catch your little rabies. Please, I'm sure you can take it. So is there a reason why they're not letting me out of the ring yet? You could say
I like
that.
how their phones are their
Another
dual
piece of
discs.
scrap
That's one
metal
thing
on
I
the
like
street
about
you
Yu-Gi-Oh!
can
Whenever they do that.
recycle.
Well, I think they did
Do
it in
with
like
them
Arc
as you
5,
wish,
the
but
phone
make
was
sure
a dual
you
disc.
win.
It's
You
not
know
too
how it
unrealistic.
Well, you're the boss.
You know,
Besides,
as technology evolves,
you know
everything
that you
becomes a
can count on
phone.
me. This'll be interesting.
Hey, I mean, if David wins, then it'll look good for him. Obviously, if he beat his runner-up. I think even the guy would be like, damn, I actually wasn't expecting that. Good game.
It's the Bloodhound. And in the opposite corner, he has a very special opponent to be facing next. You know him, you probably can't stand him,
Huh.
but he did used to be a high-ranking duelist
Gonna do with
in
the
Phoenix
background up-
University,
a backwards
presenting
UFC
the
hat.
Underground's newest competitor, David Talk. David Talk? They honestly thought this racist was good enough to be down here?
Day.
Hey lads, what do you say to him? Boo or boo words?
I get it. The boos have it, folks.
Dare you boo me? I am the great David Tuck.
You were brought in because you're an easy person to hate. You're the heel in this scenario. Everyone loves someone to cheer for, but everyone also likes someone easy to boo. Go Fire Nation him! Get to the Fire Nation.
Oh, shut it!
Like all other duelists, I will give you.
That's
a
something that
warning.
most
Surrender
promotions
now,
do.
and
Here's the
you
most unlikable person on
the
earth. Why would you ever
suffering
hire
of
him? Because I know you'll boo him. Money.
If I wanted to, I couldn't. No surrendering in the underground.
Anyone facing David Talk is automatically the good guy. Basically.
Is that so? Well, in that case, prepare to be defeated. Prepare to be defeated. You already said that.
I thought that was an outtake for a second.
You would be repeating your sentences too if you stayed awake for 3 days straight!
Is that why he threw a Jones Turner in there? That's a Jones Turner level
Worth of anger.
word, I
You're
guess.
behind.
Pronunciation.
Not!
Of course it is. Why do you think he uses a steampunk deck? Because he's a steampunk. But they're not steampunk, they're based on clockwork. Don't ruin the insult.
Shut up!
Enough chit chatter. Let's give the folks what they came here for. Let's do this.
If you can't handle the verbal abuse, you'll never be able to handle the dueling one.
Get your game on!
Alright folks, you know how things work down here. Since David's new, he gets to go first.
Well, that's nice of them.
Excellent! Draw! I summon Clockwork Knight! I activate his effect, drawing a card. And if it's a Clockwork monster, I get to fusion summon.
Turtle.
I drew my Clockwork Turtle, meaning I use it and my Knight as fusion materials. I fusion summon Go Clockwork Prince!
And now my Clockwork Turtle lets me draw a card.
Sweet.
Next, I'll use my Clockwork Prince's special ability. By banishing a fusion spell from my deck, I can use its effects right now. I banish Clockwork Polymerer, which lets me special summon my Clockwork Butterfly from the deck.
Great.
And then I get to use these two monsters to fusion summon again. I fusion summon Clockwork King!
Solid
My
start.
Clockwork King is summoned. My Clockwork
He's not done
Butterfly
yet.
gives it an additional 1,000 attack points. That'll be it from me.
It's a solid
I'll set
start. Let's give him
one card
that.
face down and end my turn. It's your turn. Pathetic.
Pathetic.
And you can do better. All right then. You will. I draw.
He will do better than
I
me.
activate Pot of Desires. This lets me banish
I imagine it's supposed to be like, I'd like to see you do better. You will.
A peasant's card. Next, by negating your monster's special abilities, I can normal summon this monster without tributing. Go, Ballast Bulldog!
Because of negating your monster's effect, I can summon this. Can I have that card, please?
Points by 1,000. I can special summon one level 4 or lower beast monster from my hand. I summon the tuner monster, Pup Synchron. Now I tune my level 2 Pup Synchron and level 6 Bulldog together. I synchro summon level 8 Berserker Bloodhound.
Takes his hat off for
Look at
it.
the little doggy. It'll be nice to put it down. I'm afraid you won't be able to do that to this mutt so easily.
Nope.
But before that, I'll use my Pup Synchron's other effect, which lets me destroy that face-down card of yours, and you can't activate it. Oh, no, my Clockwork Collection! I need that to draw cards!
Well, you're not gonna get it anymore.
Activate your special ability. By banishing my Bulldog from the graveyard, I can reduce your monster's attack points by 2,000.
Dang.
No!
Now it's much easier to kill.
Bloodhound, attack his monster and destroy it. Ah!
That big impressive opening play meant absolutely nothing in the end.
It felt so real.
It
Why
was
do I
real.
feel real damage. Solid mass. But that was outlawed. It's illegal.
You're in the underground.
Underground, kid. Anything goes under here. Now my Bloodhound special ability lets it attack again this
Did you
turn.
think the underground
attack
people
his life
in
points
place called the
directly.
underground would be playing on the
Not
up and
so
up?
Fast. Go, Clockwork Turtle. Special summon yourself and end the battle phase. I activate my spell card, called by the
Oh, come on!
trying to resurrect. No! Now
like-
attack his life points directly.
Even the fans was I can't
Go,
escape
break
this
his
card.
battle cry. Ah!
Even had it in the opening hand too, just like in Master Duel.
You only take half the damage when this monster attacks you directly. So I'll set one card and end my turn.
Balancing act.
Ugh. Ugh.
Oi, lads. Looks like David can't take it. I ain't surprised. What was he thinking coming down here? Oi, David, what you gonna do now? You gonna ask Papa to bail you out?
Possibly.
Dare you all mock me! I am the great David Tuck! I am the greatest duelist Phoenix University has ever known, and no one has ever been able to top me!
Don't
I thought
we
several
know
people
it?
have.
Really?
You said you haven't won in a long
Newsflash,
time.
Genius. Phoenix University is gone. The whole Duel Academy was burnt
You
to the
peaked in
ground.
high school.
So as far as I'm aware, all of your accomplishments while you were there are now meaningless. Besides, if you are from Phoenix University, how do you think that will help you in this duel? As a matter of fact, I do. Phoenix University had access to some of the best dueling teachers in the world. And with their knowledge and my superior brain, I will use that to defeat a lowlife such as yourself and get paid by the dozens with my respect fully restored.
Right. You must be delusional.
Now here's mine. You may have been taught by some of the greatest duelists money could buy, but down here, not even the best can always save you. On the contrary, it can.
Street
Beating
smarts
a
versus
lowlife
book
such as
smarts.
yourself with this very duel pad is an easy thing.
Yeah,
Then why are you
instead of using
losing?
the toilet.
I draw!
Let's all laugh at David talk again!
You can sure talk
Fucking
again.
Trampy Thomas the
Sure can't
Tram
deliver
Engine.
it. Whatever! I summon Clockwork Gadget and use its effect to search out a Clockwork monster. I activate Draw and Lockbird.
Oh, come
You
on!
can no longer draw from your deck.
What's
for the
next,
rest
Ash?
of- What?
That's my entire deck's thing!
Drawing's the theme of my deck.
That's like saying Cell Migrates, you can't reincarnation link summon.
I special summon Clockwork Beetle. I can't use his other effect. but
Because of
I can
you.
use Polymerization to fuse them together. I fusion summon. Come forth, Clockwork Loco.
Alright,
I activate
speaking of
Clockwork
Trampy.
Loco's effect, allowing me to equip your monster to him. I activate my trap, Beast of Standing Grounds.
Oh, come on.
This protects my monster from your Clockwork Loco's special ability.
Well, that turned the tides of the duel. Not.
Yeah, right?
No, now
It's
that
the exact
I
same
think
place it was
about
before.
That monster looks an awful lot like David Tuck himself.
Hmm?
A rusty old kettle.
Yeah.
Makes sense. He's about as loud and obnoxious as one.
Kettle? Kettle!
Looks like a tram engine.
I activate a second polymerization and fuse my
You can't
my
focus.
Clockwork Loco with the Clockwork Rocket in my hand. With these two, I fusion summon. Come forth, Clockwork Zeppelin!
It's a blimp.
I activate my monster's effect, letting him gain
Clockwork
half
Hindenburg.
the attack points of one of his fusion materials. I target my Clockwork Loco so he gains 1,000 extra attack points.
Not
He
bad.
also can't be destroyed by any of your spell or traps.
Hey, that's useful.
Battle! Go! My Clockwork Zeppelin! Attack and destroy his Bloodhound! I activate another monster effect from my hand.
Of course you do.
My
Why wouldn't
rescue
you?
wolf. She can special summon herself from my hand to negate your monster's attack. No!
Even in Fancials, I can't escape the mandatory
I
waifu.
set two cards
Oh,
in
although I
my
guess
turn.
this one isn't as bad as the others. This one's chibi.
What kind of duelist did you put on my arena? My turn. Draw.
One that needed a firm
I
butt
summon
kicking.
my Gallant Greyhound. Activate effect. My Greyhound lets me look in your extra deck and banish one card, so long as I control a Beast Synchro. Ah, and what do you know? I do. What?
My dragon!
Nothing but fusion monsters, eh? What can I say? Fusionist and proud of it.
That's what got you in this
That kind of
mess.
attitude that got you here to begin with.
Hmm.
And just for the sake of it, I banished your Clockwork Dragon.
Oh no!
No! You're gonna pay for that! Sorry, I would rather pay for my lunch than pay for whatever you have to give. I tune my Rescue Wolf and my Greyhound together. I synchro summon Punctulant Police Dog.
Oh, come on.
Not so fast! I activate my Clockwork Decay! This allows me to...
It's becoming
Will do
desperate.
absolutely nothing, I'm afraid. My Rescue Wolf protects my Police Dog from the first trap card that's used against it. What? Ugh!
Clockwork Bottomless Trapple, we'll just say it was.
And now, since my Police Dog's on the field, it gives all of my monsters an additional 500 attack points. I won't need to activate my Bloodhound's effect. I already have more than enough attack points to finish off your life points. So I'll just have my Bloodhound destroy your Clockwork Zeppelin. Not so fast! I activate my trap! Go, Clockwork Rewind!
Oh?
This trap
Does absolutely nothing.
monster was destroyed. This trap allows me to take its attack points and rewind all of your monster's attack points by his amount until the end of the turn.
That's not too shabby.
Looks like I've underestimated you.
What do you know? You made one good move.
Alright then, I end my turn.
Imagine if it's permanent, though. At that point, you might as well like Clockwork Wall of Destruction. The electricity, the exhaustion, the lack of food,
Oi, lads.
the
Better get a
abuse from the
ring,
crowd.
Otherwise, he'll shake himself to bits.
It's all
I
becoming
can do
too
that.
much.
I am a fitter myself, but it's a shame I
Not
can't
to mention
prepare
losing
his
on
life.
top of all of it.
How many times do I have to tell you all to shut up?
It'll never work.
I am the great David Tuck, and I am the most unbeatable duelist of all time! Draw! And I would like to keep my sanity, thank you very much. I don't need to take any advice from you.
You do, actually.
Activate my clockwork unwind! The spell card allows me to take all the clockwork monsters that I just used in my graveyard and in my banish zone.
Let me guess,
and shuffle them back into the deck.
It's essentially
Fusion summon.
basically Overload Fusion.
Shuffle all monsters. Get ready, lowlife. Get ready, as I take the prize money from my victory. I fusion summon. Come forth, Clockwork Nessie!
He fusion summoned the Loch Ness Monster. Wasn't there a Scooby-Doo movie where where the Loch Ness Monster was a robot?
First
Probably.
kings, then trains, then a zeppelin, and now the Loch Ness Monster.
This deck goes everywhere, doesn't
David,
it?
who are you going to summon next? A British cup of tea?
Don't give him any ideas.
But my
We do get a Doctor Who archetype later in the series.
for each one of its fusion materials.
11,000.
Also attack all of your monsters. And when he destroys a monster, it's automatically banished.
Why is Clockwork Ultimate Dragon the ultimate boss monster of this archetype when this exists?
Win! Clockwork Nessie! Destroy his bloodhound! Loch Ness Quantum Destruction! I'm afraid that you can't. Your Clockwork Nessie has to attack my petulant police dog first. Oh, what?
Fine.
Fine! Destroy the police dog! Urgh! Oh, yes. You don't take any battle damage from Nessie.
Then what's the point of the attack points?
You only take 2,000 points of damage when your monster is destroyed.
So wait, your monster has all those attack points
to do
and he can't
absolutely
even use
nothing.
them.
Ah, now I see where the Ultimate Dragon is the final boss.
I still win! Nessie! Attack his other monster!
Man, that's like if Chimera Tech Over Dragon, the frickin' Cyber Tech... Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon kept the anime effect of only dealing 400 damage when it attacks. It's like, well, this just became a whole lot more crap.
Am I seeing things due to the lack of sleep? Or
He
your
gained life points.
Go up. It ain't just you, kid. After my petulant police dog is destroyed, rather than taking damage,
It becomes Rainbow Life.
instead.
So thanks for the heal, bud.
I end my turn. But it doesn't even matter. Because what could you possibly do against that?
I activate
What
Raigeki.
could you do?
Probably not lose his sanity for one. What are you talking about? It's David Tuck. He had no sanity to begin with. Personal
No!
skills. How do you think he woke up every morning? Hello, may you please prepare my toothbrush so you can brush my teeth for me?
Sad thing is, I can actually see that.
You dare insult! If you make one more remark about you being great or superior, then I won't hesitate to turn you into a real rusty old kettle when this duel is over.
He's tired of this high talk. Just go.
Well, let's see what fate has provided me. I draw. I banish my Beast of Standing Grounds from the graveyard to use its other effect. It lets me bring back my Berserker Bloodhound with its effects negated. Next, I activate my Pup Synchron special ability. Since I control a Synchro monster, I can special summon it from my graveyard.
Which he could have done the entire
Banish it onto
time.
the field.
But he was
Lastly,
saving it for when he
I
thought
will
he needed
activate
it.
my Monster Reborn, which lets me bring my rescue wolf back too. Wait.
Two
Now I'll
tuners.
show you something. I double tune my rescue wolf, my pup synchron, and my bloodhound together. Double tune? Correct. A synchro summoning with 2 tuner monsters.
Super
A
synchro
double
summon.
Synchro summon. Fenrir, the guillotine werewolf.
And that's how you make a werewolf. Not the new furry archetype canine we got now.
Impressive. But he doesn't have nearly enough strength.
So I guess it's good for furries that they don't only have
lunar
lunalights. Not that I care.
You're right. I can't beat your monster's attack, but I can beat its defense. I activate Fenrir's effect by banishing a beast monster from my graveyard. All of your monsters go to face-down defense position. Whoa!
Ah, crap baskets. It's got 4,400 attack
And
points.
not only can Fenrir attack all of your monsters,
It does
but when it
piercing
destroys a
damage.
face-down monster, it inflicts double piercing
Double
damage.
piercing damage. It's a Chaos
Your
Max.
monster, if I call correctly, has 0 defense points, which means... that means
8,800
it's equal to
damage?
8,000 points!
It's under 9,000!
How? How? I'll tell you how. Because you were propped and pampered from the start. Judging by the way you speak, I say your family was rich.
Maybe.
Families like that would do just about anything to get their kids distracted from spending time with them. But that's probably not even the cause of your superiority complex. I would say it's all that pride and honor that you gained from Phoenix University. Well, here's your problem, Mr. Talk. Do you want to know why you're losing? Because you spent so much time gaining all that love and attention, gaining all that experience from Phoenix University, that you didn't even bother planning what was ahead of you next. Tell me, what real plan did you have after leaving Phoenix University? What were you going to do with your dueling career then? Did you even have a plan? Or were you just going to let all of your love and attention work it out for you?
Probably the second one.
If you name me one plan that you had after leaving, I'll take it all back.
You're just planning on coasting.
That's what I thought. Fenrir, let's end this waste of time for our audience. Destroy his face-down monster. Go, Wolf's Bane Slicer!
Fell back like Topia against
Why am I
Ridley.
not
Round
surprised?
2, technically.
Oh, well, look on the bright side. I actually bet a lot of money on the Bulldog to win this match. So you know what that means? Darn straight I do. Well, at least David was good for something.
Well, yeah, but I bet everyone bet on the Bulldog.
Talk
But
to
this
me.
is an at the moment
What do you
in
want
sort of
from
thing,
me,
so
duelist?
wouldn't this just mean... When did you have time to go and get the lottery thing? As the duel was happening? Was one of them voting for the Bloodhound being like, I bet the guy who's the best duelist, well, second best because Blake exists, who's like this, who's one of the best duelists of the Underground is going to win? I think everyone would have voted for that way, just because, you know, the best of the best. Maybe I'm thinking too hard about this one. Either way, yeah. David hit rock bottom and brought a shovel. Oy, he really... And Bloodhound just eviscerated him mentally, not just the crowd. He was... It's kind of, in a way, sympathetic in this fact that just he's at rock bottom, had no food for days, no money, nowhere else to go, hasn't slept in days, and now he's getting hurled abuse from the crowd and loses a duel while getting electrocuted. I'm not saying that... I'm not saying he's a good person. I'm just saying you can kind of feel for the guy in a sense, you know? There's some sympathy that activates. Now, if you want to say, like, nah, David absolutely deserved it. Sure, that opinion exists too, I'm just saying. But, yeah, David kind of needed this wake-up call to realize, hey, you're not the greatest thing since the pyramids. I'm not saying you suck. I'm just saying you need to get out of this headspace, because this headspace is dangerous. and it will only cause you to fail more. If you think you're the best of the best all the time, odds are you're not going to be ready for when the actual best comes around the corner and knocks you into next week. Ugh. But I do like the episode overall. I like the Bloodhound's character, how he's going to be, how he seems like be able to cut through David's bullcrap and see him for who he truly is. And I imagine just growing up in the streets and like jazz really taught him about, you know, how people act and having to struggle to survive. Meanwhile, David had everything that was handed to him on a silver platter, so how would he know anything about this hardship? He hasn't been able to, he's just been scraping by until this guy came along and gave him an offer he couldn't refuse. What else was he supposed to do? He struck on the iron with its hottest and just decided, I'll take that. This would be great in marketing. And to be honest, it was. Why would why hire the most hated man around? Because people will want to pay good money to see people beat the crap out of them. It's good marketing. Oy. Anywho, overall, a great episode, and David hit rock bottom, and now he's got the score to survive to get anywhere near the top again, with all this abuse. He showed some cool new monsters and did the best he could in this duel, especially with the Bloodhound, throwing up those meta traps at him. He didn't even have an archetype, he just had dogs, and that was his deck. And it worked perfectly. He didn't even have like a searcher or something like that from what I saw. It just, I summoned dog. GG. I'm not a cat person. Anyway, David did the best he could and brought on the best performance he could, but odds are if he like made a different move here or there, it might have been different. Was David about to defeat the Bloodhound? Probably not. I don't know. I guess time will tell that tale. But until the next, I guess that's all for this episode. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you all next time. Good episode so far. And I'll see you all then. Later.